Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So about a month ago, I posted letting you know about the new features and what we know so far about this year's annual feature update, Windows 11 24H2. And I'll leave that video linked down below and in the end screen for more information if you would be interested. But I thought because we are now getting closer to the public release to the general public of Windows 11 24H2, those of us who do not have Copilot Plus PCs and those of us who are not in the release preview channel, I thought just to do a quick update as to what's new and what more or less to expect in version 24H2. So between the previous video and this video I'm posting today, you'll get a kind of a full overview, give or take, of what's new and more or less what to expect in this year's annual feature update. Now, this video I'm posting today is taken from an article posted recently by Neowin, and I'll leave the original article down below in the description if you'd like to go check that out more in depth. And I've just taken a couple of key highlights, and this is by no means a comprehensive list, could be subject to change, and is in no particular order. Now, first of all, before we have a look at some new features, Windows 11 24H2 was actually released to Copilot Plus PCs back in June, around about the 18th, as I've been talking about on the channel. So for those of us on 23H2 or running normal or traditional Windows, obviously we are now getting closer to the release date, which I would say would be starting the last week of this month, moving into October. So that's more or less the release schedule for version 24H2. And obviously Microsoft will push that out using a controlled rollout, so we might not see it at the get-go for all users, so just take note of that. Now, first of all, starting with the taskbar and the start menu. The system tray here to the bottom right will be able to display fewer buttons. So you'll be able to get rid of the battery, volume, network indicators from the settings, and you'll also be able to switch to a simplified system clock. And you'll also be able to turn off the notification bell, as I have been posting. So I'm actually quite looking forward to simplifying that system tray, just to give you a little bit more real estate on the taskbar. And most of these features I'm talking about today, I have posted separate videos on, so you can always do a search accordingly on the channel. Now, focusing on the quick settings. Microsoft has changed how the quick settings menu works. So instead of showing select toggles, it now displays all available options in a scrollable view here to the right hand side. I don't know if you can see that correctly in the actual video. So if we have a look here, those scrollable options, so those buttons will be available, giving you a scrollable view. So this means you can rearrange those buttons to keep your favorites on one page, and it's no longer possible to remove toggles you do not use. So that's why they've given us that scrollable option to go through those different options available. Then moving on to the next, and I think a big one with this update will be the start menu with the new so-called phone link integration, this little panel here to the side of the start menu. I suppose you could also call this some sort of a widget. So there's this new panel next to the start menu that shows information about your phone and a few different little links available as well, such as recent messages, photos, battery indicators. And by the way, this is only available for Android smartphones, so just take note of that. And then also there will be a small folder in the recommended section where you can access recently added apps. So that'll just make that a little bit more tidier and a lot less cluttered in that folder in the recommended section. I wish Microsoft would give us an option to disable recommended completely, but no such joy yet. Now, focusing on the context menus, and I think this is a small but significant change where they have finally now addressed this little problem and added labels to common file actions, such as cut, copy, paste, share, rename, and delete. And I just think this makes it a lot more recognizable, especially if you are new to Windows 11, coming over from maybe Windows 10 as an example. Now, the next couple I'm just going to mention quickly. File Explorer will give Android phones the ability to browse, users to browse their Android phones file systems directly in the File Explorer. So if you need to copy a file, as an example, you will just go to your File Explorer and click your device in the navigation pane. So that phone, once connected, will be available in the navigation pane. And if you are doing a lot of cross-file kind of work between your Android phone and Windows, I think that may be a nice move in the right direction. And then focusing on the settings, there's a couple of lid and power button settings that are being changed. So heading back to an image provided by Neoen once again. Another thing that no longer requires using the legacy control panel is what happens when you close your laptop's lid or press the power button, as we can see. So these options are now located in the settings, system, power, and battery. So that was only available previously in the control panel, now available in the settings. So this is just further integration where Microsoft is moving some of the legacy control panel options available over into the new settings app, as we have spoken about on the channel. And then just to mention a couple extra, I'm just going to go through these quickly. Windows 11 version 24H2 will let you set separate power plans when connected to power and when working from the battery. And then energy saver. Apparently Microsoft is claiming that the energy saver, which will be a kind of a new feature, I think that's replacing the battery saver. They claim it will be more efficient, and also energy saver is now available on desktop PCs for those users who are so-called environmentally conscious users of Windows 11. And then color management also gets a bit of a change and an improvement, where if we just move over to this next image, apparently there is a new settings section where you can add color profiles, change color management options, calibrate your display, and a whole lot more. And previously, all these options required digging into the old control panel once again. So more control panel features coming over to the new settings app. So Microsoft very intent to move as much of that over as possible, as I have been posting on the channel. And then just focusing quickly on Copilot Plus exclusive features. Now, these features I'm just going to mention very quickly. They are not rolling out to normal users like me with a so-called normal or traditional device. These are only exclusive to Copilot Plus PCs. Windows Studio Effects will become available and can improve lighting, like smooth your skin, blur the background, keep you in the frame, correct eye contact, and make other changes to make you look better during video calls. There'll be live captions, which will generate subtitles in real time for any audio playing from any app on your device. Then there will be Paint Co-Creator in the Paint app, which allows generating images using AR. There'll be image generation in the Photos app that uses your prompts to create AR-made images, and then Auto SR, which will upscale graphics in games and will generate frames for a better gaming experience. And obviously, we also get the so-called controversial recall feature, but Microsoft is still doing a bit of work on that. So it's not exactly known. Once they did pull it, and now they're working on that again, as I've mentioned. So it's not exactly known when that will roll out once again to Copilot Plus PC. So those are Copilot Plus PC exclusive features. Now, just to go through one or two other changes we can expect for normal or traditional devices. Voice clarity used to be a feature that was exclusive to devices with neural processing units. Now, voice clarity will work on traditional PCs with Intel and AMD processors, so that may be a small, significant change. And just on a side note, in case you didn't know, voice clarity can suppress background noise to make you sound better during video calls, as an example. And then one I've also posted on quite recently is that Windows 11 version 24H2 will bring hot patching, which will be part of Windows Update. And just a quick recap regarding this feature. What it'll do, it will install updates through smaller incremental differentials that will save time, bandwidth, and disk space. And also hot patching will let you install updates without restarting your computer, which basically is a handy way of, having to restart your computer every time you do a Windows update, especially if you are in a workflow. And I'll actually post that Windows hot patching video I did for more information down below and in the end screen if you'd like some more information. And then if you have a HDR capable monitor, you will also be able to use JXR images for high dynamic range wallpapers. So obviously that's hardware specific, and we're almost there, guys. And just one or two left to mention. Windows 11 version 24H2 is also going to remove several stock apps that are now deprecated or are discontinued. So these would include WordPad, Cortana, the old Mail and Calendar app, which has been replaced with the new Outlook for Windows, which is causing a lot of debate in certain circles. Maps People and the Movies and TV app are also going to be removed with version 24H2. And then other than that, just to finish off this video, Windows 11 version 24H2 doesn't change anything when it comes to the hardware system requirements moving from 23H2 to 24H2. That's exactly the same. And if you have a relatively modern computer, even some unsupported ones, Windows 11 version 24H2 will most likely be able to run without any major changes. So that's, as I say, give or take, a bit of an update as to what's new and what will be new in Windows 11 version 24H2. But go check that other video out I posted about a month ago. And between this video and that video, you should get a nice overview as more or less what to expect. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.